You need to accomplish everything with mini habits. Well, not everything, but you can certainly learn mini habits and accomplish quite a lot that can lead or begin to lead to everything. Because mini habits, small things, can then grow. Because remember, a habit is just changing what you're doing. And once you change what you're doing, you're going to get the different result. If you get a different result, you're going to then think about it and say, you know what? I actually did something easier there and I got a better result. And then that's a good habit. I should do more of that. If you think about not eating junk food and then you create this huge big diet and you get to 1 month without eating any junk food, that's a wonderful thing, especially if you feel better, if you look better. But that's a huge attitude change. It's a huge behavioral change. So if you go mini and just stop eating one thing for junk food for 1 month, that doesn't mean to say you can't enjoy your food for the rest of the month if you have created the other habit of actually largely eating junk and relying on it. So if you stop eating one thing, one little thing, it's a mini habit of changing your diet. We're looking at mini habits and how they can actually help us with, well, all different parts of our life to create better and accomplish everything. Micro habits will create massive personal change. Just remember, it's like starting the engine of a car. Before you actually, well, as you put the key in the ignition, you don't just pull it to the right hand side clockwise. You have to go click by click, and then eventually when the ignition starts, the engine starts. Habits are like that. Before starting the car or the habit, you actually need to get the key in the car and just stage by stage get to the habit. Give yourself that chance before you expect that personal change, that huge change in events in life. One of these things is to make sure that you exercise more. Okay, that can be a huge thing for a lot of people. If you're a person who knows you should exercise more, if you're a person who goes to the doctor regularly and is very health conscious, and the doctor ends up saying, take a pill, take this medicine, get outside, do this, do that, and he's a good doctor, or she is a great doctor, that is a wonderful thing. But if you start to notice that you are still conscientious enough for your health to go to the doctor and doing all those wonderful things, but yet you are actually not taking that last grain of advice, which is, you know what, do some exercise regularly. If the doctor tells you that, that's kind of what you got to do. So you have to formate that habit. But in order to get that habit, first off, you need to give yourself a mini habit. So give yourself a mini habit. Instead of going to the gym and buying yourself a huge big membership that costs hundreds of euro or hundreds of dollars or hundreds of pounds, rather than that and going out and getting all the gear that's perhaps on sale and getting stylish looking and all of that, rather than all of that, why not just commit to doing one press up? Yes, just numero uno. One press up. Because if you do one press up today, tomorrow you have committed yourself to do, guess what? 2 press ups. Yeah. And then straight away, within 1 day, you've actually done 2 pieces of exercise. The doctor may have said to you, get out there and do loads of exercise. But you have to start somewhere. Give yourself that mini habit of doing something very small and easy once a day, and then once every 2 days, 2 days in a row. That is creating a habit, but it's not too much stress and pressure yet. Give yourself those mini habits of doing 1 press up a day, and before you know it, you're going to do a lot more press ups per day. You're going to do a session of press ups. Think of it like a New Year's resolution. If you go and party on New Year's Eve, that's a wonderful thing to do. But if you take too much excess alcohol or excess whatever, and if you're partying too much, and if it's too loud the music, if your euphoria is such for this brand new year, and then you say you're going to completely change, are you really going to completely change the following day? It's unlikely. Perhaps you are in the middle of winter and there's no way you can go out and exercise, for example, if you haven't exercised before, because it's too dark, it's too wintry, it's too wet and windy. So you need to create the mini habit again. In order, of course, to get to these big habits, you need to do things like positive things. So set, for example, a positive password. If you have a computer, if you have, and I'm sure you do have that computer right now in front of me because you're looking at me through the lens, or you're looking at me through the lens of your mobile phone or technology, then you need to have a password in some way. Now, if you have that password, there is no reason why you can't make it a positive password. I can give you loads of passwords right now, but then you'll have my passwords. So that's not really a positive thing for me to do, for, well, me. But in staying positive, keep the password positive. I know of somebody that before I learned their password, they gave it to me. They asked me to fix their device. And in doing so, they were in a bit of a fix themselves in life. And their positive password was nothing of the sort. In fact, it was a negative password. And I straight away asked them why they have this password. And they said to me, well, it's the way I feel. I mean, think about it. You're trying to get onto the laptop or get onto the mobile device just so you can work. Why are you working in the first place? Because you want to be fruitful. You want to be productive. You want to make money. You want to have a better lifestyle. Fair enough. That's a really good idea, good motivation. But why start it with a negative password? Why not start it with something good, something happy, something motivational? And nobody is a better motivator than yourself. So go ahead and give yourself that mini habit. Start a positive password when you get that new device. Start off as you mean to go on, completely and utterly positive. Create that mini habit and you will continue to be more productive with that electronic device that you're providing that password for in the first place. Ditch social media or Facebook. Ditch Instagram or all social media. Do you really need to be on all devices? No, not really. If you are on all devices, then you're going to propel yourself into a state of anxiety. Anxiety, do not get me started on it. It can revel in your life. It can then churn your stomach. It can churn your whole life around. Get it? What I said, churn and turn together? Anyway, in being positive, I'm trying to keep you positive too. If you drink less caffeine, you will then be creating yourself a better mini habit. Just one glass less per day is going to give you that mini habit. It does not mean to say you can't drink caffeine or coffee forever. You can. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying stop. Even one sip for lunchtime is one sip less than you did yesterday. It's breaking the habit. And in breaking the habits, you are creating new mini habits. If you ditch, get rid of even one of your social media channels, if you decide even before you do that to actually not go on it for a week, just one of them, while still keeping your account alive, or even better, go more mini, go smaller. If you just stop going online for one of those social media accounts one day of the week, and then you up it, then you increase it by going online only to check your email the following day and not actually going on any of your social media accounts on the second day, then you are increasing your ability to stay away from social media. That means you are not going to be the victim of extreme advertising. You are just going to be the person who is in control of what and how much you watch and see online. That is a habit, a mini habit that will definitely create a happier you, a better you, a you that can be in more control of exactly what you do online. The last one is drinking water. Drink more water. Okay, that's a simple one. Yes, it is. But because our bodies are made well, the majority of our bodies are made of water. We need to increase our intake of water. It's so well needed for us all. That means we need to create a habit of intaking more water. So, before we create the habit, create the mini habit. Go after this video and get yourself a fresh, clean, clear glass of water, and you'll begin to make that habit and all of those habits a reality. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. But until next time, please do have a wonderful day.